So here we have a variety of dandelion leaves ranging from 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches to 12 inches. Is that 12 maybe? Anyway, that is about the range. These leaves come from a very rich soil spot down below under the peach tree. And anyway, just to give you a sense, you're going to see a lot of variety in dandelion leaves. And let's help you to see them. How are you going to identify these? So dandelion leaves are lance-shaped, so they have pointy tips, and they're in this kind of shape of a lance, but they are deeply cut. So you have these deep sinuses in here, sometimes almost or all the way to the midrib. Sometimes the sinuses aren't fully developed yet in these smaller leaves, so you're going to see that as well. And when you look at leaves, you want to notice these are called lobes, and these lobes are pretty long. These long lobes have pointy tips, so you always want to be looking for that as well. Again, there's some variation in the underdeveloped ones or the smaller ones, or just in general. So dandelion is a little bit, quite variable. But I'm going to focus on these long pointy lobes, and typically they point back toward the center of the plant, of that basal rosette. So that's another pattern to look for. The mid veins usually have a tinge, of maroon, of purple, but not always. You can see this one doesn't really have much of that. If you flip it over, these mid veins are pretty prominent and generally smooth. There might be some minute magnified hairs there. Let's see, and if you get closer up, you can see that along the leaf margin, don't forget this whole thing is called the leaf margin. You're going to see these elongated, fine teeth. Can you see that? They look sharp. I mean, they're not sharp at all. But so you're going to always look for those teeth. Elongated, sharp-looking teeth. And you might need to hold this up to the sky to see it better. You might need a magnifying glass if your eyes aren't so good. But there it is. So we've got these teeth that pretty much set this plant apart from its lookalikes. Okay, lance-shaped, deeply cut with long lobes, and then these elongated, fine teeth. Here's a great example of these weird, irregular, elongated teeth along the dandelion's leaf margin. Found on the lobe, found on the sinus. I guess it's the lobe, not the sinus. The sinus is this, it's the empty spot, so FYI. This is the lobe.